but she has some good things cooking where you guys will be able to go walk into the store one day and buy them right there as you're buying all kinds of good, sweet stuff.
Exactly.
So Dr. Shica, you know that I'm all about positivity and I'm all about encouraging my connections here and inspiring them if they want to start their business and, never to give up. When you shared your story and I asked you how long did the process take in terms of creating your product, one, what was the motivation behind it? There's always a motivating factor behind your product or service. Something compelled you, and what you told me was because you drank a lot of coffee and you want to find a solution.
Exactly.
Can you share with them that phase where, you had a motivating factor behind creating it, but what was the hardest part and how did you overcome that hardest hurdle?
Well, the hardest part I would say in creating a product is creating something that, first off, people love. They have to love the taste. Taste is king, flavor is king. You can have the healthiest product in the world. And by the way, our stuff is gluten-free too. I don't think I said that earlier.
It's gluten-free.
Anyway,
everything should be gluten-free.
But if you have something that's gluten-free and it doesn't taste good, then more than likely you're not going to have it again. So I would say that number one, flavor is king.
Okay.
Number two, it has to be cost-effective to make. If you make something that's wonderful, are people willing to pay for it? You can make the most glamorous product, but if it costs way too much, then you're pricing yourself out of the market. Number three, manufacturing is king. You have to be able to find someone that can make your product, make it with the same quality and passion that you make it with, and that they're reliable and they're credible. That's another step that you've got to do. And so creating a product is really like a juggling act. You have a lot of people you're juggling. You have a lot of things, but at the end of the day, the customer is the person that really dictates and say, hey, do I like this product? And so do you like the product?
I love it. I just want to eat all of it. It does taste really good, you guys. It's just like you wouldn't, there are some gluten-free products that I've tasted in the past that you could tell it's just like, something's missing, but this is amazing. I feel like I was eating the worst fattening, worst sweet junk food, but it was amazing. It tastes good, and I feel really good that it's gluten-free and it has a little bit more natural. It's more natural.
Yeah, it is. It's really about going back to old-fashioned recipes.
Right.
Not using high fructose corn syrup. Right, exactly. Not using the hydrogenated oils.
Yeah.
Any of that. So really the large food companies, a lot of times they just put something out. They really don't care about the consumer.
Right.
And so the reason why I created this company too is because I do care about the consumer. And if I don't want to put it in my body, I'm sure not going to offer it to my clients. And so if you remember that,
thank you that you care. Okay. That's
exactly.
awesome.
You have to care.
Yeah.
You have to care about people. You have to care about their health.
That's right.
So that's what we pride ourselves on.
Right. So at some point you felt like, gosh, this is taking so much of my energy and so much work. And how did you get over that point of just going, oh, this is so much work, I just can't do it?
Every entrepreneur goes through their up times and their down times, and a lot of times we have a lot of down times. But prayer and asking God for favor,
I love that.
That's
to my ears.
what keeps me going.
Awesome.
There's some days when I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go quit. I'm just gonna turn the lights off, close this door, go lay on the bed and cry, But then, I'll pray about it. I'm like, God, show me the way. Show me if this is something that I need to be doing. Like give me a sign. Show me, tell me. Because you always got to pray about everything. Pray about everything, worry about nothing. And, a few minutes later, or maybe later that day or the next day, I'll get a call or some kind of confirmation or some email from a customer who's satisfied or happy. And I'm like, you know what, Lord? Okay, this was meant for me to keep going. And so you have to really pray. You have to really pray a lot and ask God for wisdom. Ask Him for discernment.
Gosh, I feel like my twin is talking here. That's what I think every day. I'm like, she's saying exactly what what I feel in my heart. That's
Yep.
awesome. I didn't even know this.
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
And really, if you, follow God, He's going to show you the way. If you trust Him and you have faith, you have to do it that way. There's no other way.
I love it. So, if there was one thing that you could learn from your mistakes, we all learn from our mistakes. What would you do over again?
Well, first off, you have to evaluate your circle of people, the people that you're dealing with. You need to be working with people who have Christian values like yourself. There are a lot of snakes. There are a lot of people who don't care about your well-being. And being from the South, I had to learn that really quickly, that everybody doesn't have my best interests. And so if you learn to pick your circle wisely, hopefully those people will have the same values that you have, then it's going to be a great relationship. And that's where all great businesses start, with positivity, great relationships. How can you go wrong if you have all that? So, sometimes you'll have that person who comes in and promises the world. You need to pray about it really fast. You're like, Lord, is this from you or no? Let me know right away. And I had to learn that because, like I said, I trust in everyone, and just have a strong circle of people helping you with your business, because you're going to need it. You need people who know how to do the job they say they're going to do. There are people out there who say, hey, I can do this. I can do your marketing. I can do this. And it sounds great, but they don't produce results. And a business without results is not a business. That's a hobby. We're talking about business here.
That's
so
right.
You have to really just identify that really quickly. Don't let it go long. You need to know, if this person can't do it, I need to move on.
There you go. Yeah. That's right. No, I'm surprised because, when I met you, I didn't expect us to have this type of conversation and this type of hope. And, like listening to you, I'm like, did she just read my mind? That's exactly what I would have said, So I'm so excited, and I do believe that God brings certain people in your lives for a reason, and never lose hope and faith. But that's great advice to everybody. And then she's gonna come out with so many other amazing things in her product line, but we'll wait to release that later, and I'll have her back on again. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
You were an inspiration. That's why I'm so excited, because I am a coffee drinker. I'm drinking coffee. When you said 2 or 3 a day, I'm like, that's it.
I have 4 or 5 a day.
That's it. Oh my God, I have 5 or 6 or 7 sometimes a day, and I'm like, that's not bad. And I'm gonna start using this, because I need. Yeah, you start kind of getting a little bit right around here. I'm gonna have to try it out and do a before and after.
And another thing I forgot to mention when we were talking about this is, business owners, keep your mind open for opportunities like private label. We've never thought about private label, but we have clients that come to us and say, hey, help me create a product line.
But they want to put their label. Yeah.
So never be afraid to step into that. People may want your
expanding your ideas, expanding your product line, right?
Exactly. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, you guys, Dr. Shica is amazing, and she's even more amazing in person, and she just has a beautiful spirit. I'm all about positive spirits, and I feel energy, and she really does have a good spirit. I'm not lying here. It's the truth. I like to tell the fact. If you had funky energy, you guys, I'd be like, I'd probably be really quiet right now, but she has an amazing spirit and soul. I can sense it. And support her, guys. She's on the link up above on my site, and she is going to be available in more than 200 stores in the very near future, so be on the lookout, and I'll mention that for her, and we'll have her on again as she gets closer to releasing everything. But in the meantime, you guys can all have her stuff. It tastes amazing, and after you try it, post her, and follow her too on LinkedIn. She's amazing. Thanks guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Use a fork.
Yeah, just pick it up.
Forget it. You don't need forks when you're eating pies. Oh.
I just love sweet potato.
I just
this
love.
is one of my favorites.